Hey YouTube, this is DJ89, really evil film corporation, but I decided to make my own little account where it's all about Yu-Gi-Oh since I like to play a lot. Well, the deck I'm running now is a Junk Warrior deck, and I think I'll be working on this for a while. I can probably do better in tag duels, especially tag duels, because I made my deck to the point where if I can work with any kind of deck, basically. Well, let's start off with my Synchro Fusions. I have here Avenge Knight Partial. This is one I rarely play, but I like to have it because of its piercing attack. It's 26 attack power, and I can change a face-up monster on the opponent's side of the field to whatever position. And of course, you know it's piercing because it's Air Knight, but I won't be able to draw a card. Then you got here an 8-star Red Dragon Archfiend. If I'm in a tag duel, everyone will put their cards in defense mode because when I work with a samurai one, people put their cards in defense mode so that, samurais, you know how they are. Bam, 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 they're all in the field. Well, Red Dragon attacks the defense mode. After damage calculation, destroy all defense mode monsters on the opponent's side. But then there's a little flaw. The samurais would have to attack or whatever I have besides my Red Dragon on the field. Now I have up next is Stardust. I really don't need him, but his effect is pretty handy. And like I said, in one turn I could summon any of these level 8s, especially my Colossal Fighter, which I'll be coming to in a bit. And of course, Junk Warrior. He's my main guy. I always bring him out. And then sometimes I win with him too. I have a different Junk Warrior than any other Junk Warrior, and I heard rumors that this one is pretty hard to find. The purple Junk Warrior, and you see as this one's all dark blue. See the one I'm talking about is the exact same color as this one. The one you get in the starter deck has no similar colors as the one you see on this map. So there's Junk Warrior, and the many things I'm about to show you why Junk Warrior is so great. Then I got here Colossal Fighters. If I'm working with a guy with a warrior deck or in a team duel, this is really good because most of my cards are warriors, and so it would be the other guy. And Colossal Fighter gets 100 for each warrior in the graveyards, any graveyard, even my opponent's graveyard. Okay, we're gonna move on to the deck now. So, yeah, little fighties. That's really tight. I'm running 3 Junk Synchrons because, of course, it's my Junk Warrior deck, and his effect allows me to bring a level 2 or lower in the graveyard. And plus it's a 3-star tuner, so I can tune it with a 5-star and make an 8-star. Now I got myself here 2 Exiled Forces because Exiled Forces is really good. Helps me destroy monsters on the field so my Synchro monsters can gain their little attacks. I got myself 1 Toon Warrior because it's not always good to have more than 1 tuner in your deck because there's always flaws unless you have a Rhoda like I do, and I could bring out him. If I had Cyber Dragon in my hand, with him, they can both make an 8-star, of course. And move on to my Neo Space and Grand Mole. He's good for bouncing. That's all he's good for. You know, have a Synchro monster like my Junk Warrior, and they have one faced on the field, and then bounce, attack directly. You know what I mean? Then I got another level 3 tuner, Dark Resonator. I only have him because of his effect, and he could come in handy in that Synchro Fusion. Then I have Silent Strider. Yeah, he may be a crappy card, but still, he's a level 2, and that could help my Junk Warrior. And also his effect, I can decrease the level of any monster face up on the field, and it can also help me put him in the graveyard faster. Cyber Dragon, the main man, that can help me bring out, any synchro. Like one turn, I always get these 2 in my hand. My opponent decides to go first, or he wins one of those little rice duels. Him, bam, Stardust. Bam, Colossal Fighter, bam, Red Dragon, bam, or the Air Knight. Moving on to Marshmallow, basic level 3 lower, but his effect is pretty handy. Or I can use him for discarding. And you got Shinobi, I can draw a card, or I can just use it for Junk Warrior, level 2, but mostly his effect I like. Then I got Rocket Warrior. This is really supposed to be Foolish Burial right now, but until I get another one, this is what I'm going to be using, a Rocket Warrior, just because it's a warrior monster, and its effect is pretty decent. Then I got here 3 Quillbolt Hedgehogs. These guys kick ass. You play 1 tuner monster, you can bring out these from the graveyard, like special summon. So if I like this, if I played Junk Synchron, which of course you know his effect, hold on, Junk Synchron, lets me bring back a level 2. And these 3 are in my graveyard, special summon. Right there, I can make a level 8 tuner monster if I wanted to, or a level 5. Or, yeah, like I said, I can bring out Junk Warrior, fuse these 2, throw in little Junk Warrior right here. he gains attack for all level 2s on the field. That's 16 added to 23. Or if I have all 3 on the field, which would be pretty nice. Then I got here DD Sailing to take down big monsters. Alright, now we're going to the spells. Pot of Avarice, you know, to make my deck a little bigger, because my deck seems to get small every time I play with this deck. War Returning Live, bring back a warrior like Junk Synchron or Exalted Force or something. MST, basic. 3 Rhodas, help me get my warriors in my hand faster. Card Destruction, helps me put level 2s in the graveyard. Reborn Stardust, or any of my Syncos if I really need them, or some card I really need. Oh, I have one Synchro Blast Wave. Its effect that if I have a Synchro on the field, I can destroy a monster on the field, regardless of its position, as long as it's on my opponent's side. 2 Lightning Vortex, helps me get rid of my Bolt Hedgehog faster. So is Foolish Burial, which I need 1 more still. Heavy Storm, get rid of all those spells and traps. I got a Smashing Ground, pretty decent. Monster Reincarnation, and also another good card. You know, discard Quillbolt, bring back Junk Synchron. 2 Magic Jammers. 2 Royal Decrees. Yeah, I traded a Mirror Force for a Royal Decree. Yeah, the Mirror Force was kind of a little bent up, so I don't think I ripped myself off. Because Royal Decree is way better than Mirror Force. Magic Cylinders, you know, to get them down a little bit. Tonal Tribute, if I feel like putting level 2s in the graveyard or something. And 2 Sakuretsus. These come in real handy. I used to have a Scrap Iron Scarecrow, but I thought, you know, Sakurista Armor is better because it destroys a monster. Well, anyways, that concludes my Junk Warrior deck, so I'll be making more videos soon of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels and stuff, so laters.